reputation over here without having valid facts in place. But thank you for calling us in. Our call-in lines are open. The numbers are flashing on your screen. Do call us in and share what has been your experience as far as old car, not big car. But right now, I'm also joined by our guest this evening. BJP MLA is joining. Mr. Jitender Mahajn is joining me live right now. He's a BJP MLA. Good evening, Mr. Mahajn. हम लोग सारे हफ्ते भर 2 हफ्ते अभी हो रहे हैं हमारे इस कैंपेन को. हमारे पास बहुत ऐसे कॉलर्स कॉल कर रहे हैं जिन लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि ये एक ज्यादती की जा रही है गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, जहां पे उनको बिना नोटिस दिए, बिना जानकारी के उनकी गाड़ियां उठा ली जा रही है और कई ऐसे केसेस में उनको कॉम्पेंसेशन भी नहीं मिल पा रहा है. पॉलिसी रिव्यू चाहते हैं वो, और ये चाहते हैं कि ये जो दिन दहाड़े गुंडागर्दी हो रही है ये रुकनी चाहिए.
देखिए, इसको लेकर पहले एक अवेयरनेस ड्राइव चलाना चाहिए था. लोगों को बताना चाहिए था कि इस प्रकार की पॉलिसी जो है वो गवर्नमेंट लेकर आई है और उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने वाली है. अभी हो ये रहा है कि इस पॉलिसी को इम्प्लीमेंट करने के नाम पर कुछ गुंडे जो हैं, कुछ जो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर हैं, उन्होंने कुछ गुंडे हायर कर रखे हैं और वो जगह जगह कर लोगों को जाकर टॉर्चर कर रहे हैं, लोगों को धमका रहे हैं. लोग अगर मार्केट में शॉपिंग करने के लिए गए हैं और पीछे से उनके लोग आते हैं और गाड़ी टोचन कर कर ले जाते हैं. इसके अलावा सरकार जब ये पॉलिसी लेकर आई तो सरकार को 2 बातों पर और ध्यान करना चाहिए था. एक तो पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट और अच्छा करना चाहिए था. दूसरा, दिल्ली के अंदर मैं विशेष तौर पर दिल्ली के बारे में कहूंगा कि दिल्ली की सड़कों की जो हालत है उसको भी ठीक करने की दिशा में काम करना चाहिए था. दूसरा, कमर्शियल व्हीकल जो है वो ज्यादा चलता है कंपैरेटिवली जो घर में व्हीकल जो इस्तेमाल होता है, और 10 साल में वो व्हीकल कितना चला है इसके ऊपर भी हम लोगों को ध्यान में देना चाहिए. बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं, मैं खुद अपने बारे में बताता हूँ कि पिछले 10 साल में मेरे पास वैगन आर गाड़ी है, वो लगभग 22,000 किलोमीटर सिर्फ चली है. इतनी महंगी गाड़ी लेकर और सिर्फ 22,000 किलोमीटर चलने के बाद वो गाड़ी अगर वो इस प्रकार से जब्त कर ली जाती है तो निश्चित रूप से मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगेगा और इतना बड़ा मेरा नुकसान होगा. सरकार को इस पॉलिसी के बारे में दोबारा रिव्यू करने की जरूरत है और इसके अंदर हम क्या क्या कर सकते हैं. जब तक पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट ठीक नहीं होगा तब तक लोग अपनी गाड़ियों पर चलेंगे. और दूसरा, गाड़ियों की जो एक व्यक्ति जो मिडिल क्लास फैमिली है, जो सामान्य फैमिली है, उसके लिए गाड़ी खरीदना एक बड़ा सपने की तरह होता है और वो पूरी जिंदगी गाड़ी जो है वो ठीक तरीके से चलाता है और गाड़ी की मेंटेनेंस भी वो ठीक प्रकार से करता है. सरकार को इस पॉलिसी के बारे में दोबारा एक बार विचार करना चाहिए जिससे वास्तव में ऐसी गाड़ियां जो कम चली हैं जिनकी मेंटेनेंस ठीक प्रकार से है, तो इस पर दोबारा विचार करना चाहिए कि किस प्रकार से इन गाड़ियों के मालिकों को राहत मिल सके.
मिस्टर महाजन, क्या आप ये मुद्दा दिल्ली असेंबली में उठाएंगे? क्या आप ये बात जो पब्लिक की बातें हैं, क्या आप ये केजरीवाल सरकार के सामने रखेंगे? और क्या आप बीजेपी सरकार से भी सेंटर में इस बात की गुहार लगाइएगा कि अगर पॉलिसी को दोबारा देखने की जरूरत है, जहां पे क्या स्थिति में गाड़ी है उसका जो खामियाजा है वो आम जनता को नहीं महसूस करना पड़े, ये किलोमीटर के जरिए जो है निर्णय लिया जाए, ना कि सालों के हिसाब से. क्या आप ये बात बीजेपी सरकार से भी इंटरनली उठाएंगे?
देश में नहीं, वर्ल्ड में एक बहुत बड़ी समस्या है. इसको लेकर जो भी कदम उठाए जा रहे हैं पोल्यूशन को रोकने के लिए, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग को रोकने के लिए, हम उनका समर्थन करते हैं. मगर जल्दबाजी में जो कदम उठाए गए हैं उसके ऊपर निश्चित रूप से रिव्यू करना चाहिए और दिल्ली के माननीय उपराज्यपाल जी से हम अनुरोध करेंगे कि इस विषय में हस्तक्षेप करें और दिल्ली के अंदर इस पॉलिसी को इम्प्लीमेंट करने में क्या दिक्कतें आ रही हैं और किस प्रकार से बिना जागरूकता के, बिना अवेयरनेस के, बिना लोगों को जागरूक किए जिस प्रकार से गाड़ियां उठाई जा रही हैं वो अपने आप में निंदनीय है. इसको लेकर हम आवाज उठाएंगे.
जी शुक्रिया जितेंद्र महाजन जी, हमारे लिए समय निकालने के लिए और हमारे साथ इतने अहम मुद्दे पे बातचीत करने के लिए. But right now I'm also joined by certain callers calling us in. I'm joined by Mr. Atul calling us from the national capital. Good evening, Mr. Atul. Please go ahead and share your views.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Exactly what BJP MLA Mr. Mahajn mentioned, same thing I was going to say, that I have a 10-year-old petrol vehicle. It has done only 40,000. Now I have got friends who are running their businesses. In 1 year, they do 1 lakh plus. And what will be the state of their engine in 3 years? I'm not even talking about 10 years. This is a big racket. And always businessmen are favored. When I am running only 40,000, anytime, during service, they say this thing has gone bad, we'll rectify it. I simply tell them, please don't rectify it, replace it. Because one thing will otherwise put another part also into danger of getting, and I'm maintaining it so well. And after that, after 5 years, if I'm told, and second thing what I don't understand is, then what is PUC for? If my vehicle is showing that pollution is under control, then what is the big problem after 15 years? And if it doesn't matter, PUC does not matter at all, then why are we being forced to do PUC every year if it is supposed to be 15 years only? Both the things cannot be going together. If after 15 years my car passes PUC, then why it should not run? This is what I want to say.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Atul, for taking our time and calling us here. I'm also joined by Mr. Colonel Kapoor calling us. Good evening, Mr. Colonel Kapoor. Please go ahead and share your views.
Yeah, I just want to tell you, this policy is leading to black marketing for the new cars. Now, if your car has been lifted and you want to buy a new car and you go to the dealer, he says there is a waiting period of 6 to 8 months because the microchips are not available because of the pandemic. And they are forcing you, in case they give you a vehicle, they are forcing you to pay them extra. That is, extended warranty, fitting of the accessories. It's almost 1 lakh plus which you have to pay for a car. So this black marketing should stop immediately and this policy should be scrapped off. Thank you.
Absolutely, Mr. Colonel Kapoor. Thank you for taking our time and calling us here at Mirror Now. Our call-in lines are open. The numbers are flashing on your screen and we have another caller calling us in from New Delhi. Arun Jain is calling us. Yes, Mr. Jain, good evening. Please go ahead and share your views.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Jain, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. You see, this policy was laid last year by the BJP and local government up. And at that time, they did not object why this rule was being made. Now the people are running helter-skelter for no reason. They should have objected that time. They were all quiet, pleasing the government. You buy new cars. Rich people can buy a lot of cars at premium and not poor will suffer. So this is what is the policy of the government.
Absolutely, Mr. Jain. This is the policy of the government and we are hoping that there is going to be a relook at this entire policy. It needs to be revisited and perhaps the stakeholders and the public sentiment needs to be factored in. I'm also joined by Captain Mohan calling us in from the national capital. Mr. Captain Mohan, good evening. Please go ahead and share your views.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad I must congratulate Mirror Now to start this campaign, draconian law, and absolutely, unscrupulous high-handedness of the government. Yes, recently I heard the guy, Arun Jain, talking about why people didn't make a noise then. Everybody was making a noise right from that time. And our government, when they took over, did to me carefully, they very clearly said that we'll go with referendum for everything. Anyway, my purpose of calling now is I want to actually, I'm a management guru also. I want to give a solution. I want to give a solution for this problem. See, they're talking about pollution. So what the government should say, change the engine, put CNG, and they just can't, this is not done. This is totally political toxicity and gundagardi, like, Shreya always calls it gundagardi. You just can't, I'm driving a car, you just can't stop me and throw me on the road and take my car. This is democracy. I think they can do is they can give me challan. They could initially, I think what they should do is challan the people, and then second time also again the challan. The third time they should take the vehicle. Even that is okay, isn't it? What do you think? Do you think the solution should work? And
well, absolutely. Some form of a prior warning, some sort of leaving them with some sort of an advice, a penalty, a challan of sorts, like you're mentioning, is well within the ambit of putting some sorts of restrictions on these overage vehicle. But to come and tow it and impound it without any knowledge of the vehicle owners, that is going a tad too far, and that is exactly where we are terming it to be a case of harassment. Let me take that question across to our guest who still continues to be with us. Mr. Bhardwaj, we've just heard what several callers had to say. All that they maintain is that this blame game between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, that the centre versus the state government, the transport department or the lawmakers, is not cutting ice with the vehicle owners. They are saying that this law was implemented by both of them. What is the need of the hour now is perhaps for both these political parties and the respective governments at centre and state to have a relook and factor in the grievances of all these vehicle owners who feel that this daylight gundagardi is something that they're not willing to put up with.
In this case, the central government perhaps has not done anything. Everything has been done by the state government, that is the Delhi government. Now the only thing is that is some of the aspect which the Delhi government has amended. It is not within their jurisdiction and control. In that case, the central government has a role, but somehow they are also not coming forward. Every citizen, what they are expressing is a wish list. Everybody has a wish list. If the policies should have been like this, the policies should have been like that. Where is that policy? There is no policy, proclaimed policy as such in the public domain. The only policy which they are telling is the NGT order followed by the suggestion approved by the Supreme Court. There is nothing as such framed by the government. And from that, they are deriving certain powers in an arbitrary manner. And that is where the citizens are aggrieved. As far as the policy change is concerned, why to change a policy when the law exists? Which policy you are going to change? The thing is that the law exists, and the law, if the law is implemented in its letter and spirit as it exists as on date, there will be no grievance at all. The problem is the law is being broken, and it is broken by government functionaries, and nobody.
And the implementation of the very scrappage policy itself, which is under question over here, the manner in which it's being, implemented, where the cars are being impounded and the vehicle owners are not being given notice about it, perhaps we have to have a more of a human approach towards this entire scrappage policy.